It's time for it's becoming my favorite segment. No dumb questions,
Just
dumb people.
the people.
As always, we're going to answer one of your not dumb questions. And this week's dumb question is brought to you by our friends at NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your money, check out our friends at NerdWallet. If you want someone to answer your not dumb football questions, ask us. So let's get to the not dumb question.
Oh, Brandon
Provided
Smith.
by Brandon Smith at New Heights Show. What animal, if properly trained, would be most valuable on a football team, and what position would they play?
Properly trained.
Well, as
I
a
love
fan
that
of
he had to put
animals
that in
and
there.
football, I'm a big fan of combining this right here and having this discussion. So I think there's some groundwork we got to establish. This is not a team of animals. This is just one animal,
One animal.
right? So we have 10 players, one animal on the field.
Yeah.
Both teams get an animal, right? Any team playing gets an animal.
Mm-hmm.
What animal, if properly trained, would lead to the biggest advantage or best team? A lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
A lot of things to consider.
I
Are we
feel like
going?
The obvious one is probably Bigfoot, right? I mean, he's the most human.
Travis
of
says
them all.
we're not talking about.
And if
we're not
there's
talking
one
about-
that could actually like catch a football, run with it.
Travis,
score
there's no
4
Sam
touchdowns
Squanches.
in one game.
There's no Sam Squanches. There's no abominable snowmen. There's no dragons. We're talking about things that you can find in a zoo or have optically been observed to have existed. Although Bigfoot, there are some
There's some
historically.
sightings.
Well, yeah, but there's also some historical precedents of great apes that were that large. I forget what the thing's called. Something like an orangutan-ish
This guy
animal.
does research, man. This guy's a
But
researcher.
we're going to leave out the mythical beasts on this show for right now, and we're only
Fine.
going to discuss observably real animals. Still a lot of areas to go with this. We can go, obviously, is it a bipedal or a quadrupedal animal? Is it an aerial, subterranean? Who knows? What do you have any choices you're going to go with?
I'm assuming you were just talking about animals on all four versus two.
That's
and
quadrupedal
then
and
air versus-
bipedal. Is it bipedal? Yeah. Air, be also known as a bird.
Man.
Subterranean, be something like a gopher. I would be inclined to go subterranean, but I think they're too small to grab a football. Like the biggest subterranean animal would be a wombat, but
What about what are the?
and I don't know how fast they are at digging. Because, I mean, really, so the problem with aerial animals is for you to be considered in the field
You're
of
out
play,
of
you
bounds.
got to
You're
get
out
2
of
feet in. You got to
You're
get
out
2
of
feet in before it's a catch. Subterranean in the NFL, you can touch the ground until you're touched. You're not down. So a wombat, in theory, could tunnel a little hole right to the other end zone, pop his little wombat head up with the football.
touchdown.
But I don't know how he's going to carry the football. I don't think their hands are big enough. I don't know how quick they are at tunneling. So I'm going to go. I'm saying the wombat's out.
Wombat's out.
Then you go into just big physical specimen animals. You got gorillas, bear, cheetah, pretty fast.
Pretty damn fast.
But you got to think, how is this thing going to carry the ball?
Yeah. No.
What's
You
carrying
gotta-
the ball?
You got to go with the old. What was it the bipedal? You got to go bipedal, I think.
Bipedal. Well, bears can be bipedal. So can
Yeah.
gorillas. You've seen those things at the zoo where the gorilla's walking on 2 feet. You can go bipedal, holding that
Definitely.
thing in one big paw. But a bear and a lion, they could also hold it in their mouth. If properly trained,
If properly
their mouths are big enough.
That's why Brandon put properly trained.
That's right. Same thing with a tiger. I think the greatest athletes in the animal kingdom appear to be cats.
Oh, the cats. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
you know what I mean?
cats. Big cats.
Big, even small cats are pretty good athletes, but I think a lion or a puma. I mean, that's an athletic creature right there.
I've seen a leopard do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
I mean, not in person, obviously.
but
You know what I mean?
anyways, this is all leading to what I think the real answer is, which is an eagle.
What? No.
Their talons are big enough to hold a ball.
But like you
You
said, you
snap
got
the
to
ball,
touch.
you give it to the eagle. It's going to fly faster to the end zone than anything can run. It'll just and it's going to touch down.
But if we know the Eagles on the field, we just put somebody in the end zone and wait for it to try and touch down, right? You're talking about it has to be in the field of play.
Yeah.
And we just
And if there's
grab that
one
thing out of the
thing-
ground and throw it out of bounds.
So what's taking the Eagle? What thing are you putting on the field if it's not an Eagle?
I mean,
You got to choose.
you got to go. I would say gorilla. I'm thinking gorilla, man. A gorilla or a grizzly bear.
I mean,
Gorilla or grizzly bear, man. Those
yeah.
things.
I mean, if we're going size, you got to go elephant, though. What's going to tackle an elephant? Nothing's going to tackle an elephant. And it's got that big old trunk. You can throw it in there in the red zone. It's just going to come down with any jump ball.
No, not an elephant. Elephants, you can't bring down an elephant. Fuck.
Right? Is the
Yeah,
bear
you might
taking
be
down an
onto
elephant?
something. Man, that'd be good. Can you trip
be
an
a good-
elephant up?
I don't think so. It's quadrupedal. It's hard to trip up a quadrupedal animal.
It's got three other legs. They
Yeah.
can balance on. Man,
You got
something
to
going.
bipedal. That's when you stick your leg out. I don't know, man. I think
Mac Jones it.
I still think I'm going Eagle for obvious reasons. Oh, our producers are now informing us we have to give it a position. An Eagle would obviously be a receiver. It would be off the field on defense, which maybe that's why you shouldn't do Eagle. It's not going to be able to play both ways.
Ooh, yeah. How's an eagle going to tackle anything?
Elephant can play both ways.
I don't care.
Hippopotamus. Maybe you go hippo because it's an angry animal too.
That thing can move.
You need
too.
aggression in the field of play. No, I'm still going. I'm going elephant. It's too big.
Properly
too big and
trained-
powerful.
I'm going properly trained gorilla.
And the other thing is, you could actually properly train an elephant. Those things are smart.
Smart. Yeah, I was about to say you got to take in what can you get it to actually do and perform. Like you can get. I think you can get a gorilla to catch a football and run with it.
Well, we're assuming that
I want
all
to
of
see
these
that.
animals
The
are
next zoo.
capable of
The
learning.
next zoo. No, you can't.
No, that's what it is.
That.
Well, that's what the question is. Assuming the properly trained animal. That means it's
It
properly
has to be,
trained to
it
play
has
the
to
position.
be able to be trained, though.
Correct. Well, no. I think we're taking the mental aspect out. We're just talking about physical characteristics. I think that's the debate. You still have not chosen an animal. What animal are you choosing?
The closest thing to a yeti, a gorilla.
A gorilla?
Yes.
I think it's a bad choice. They got short legs. They got
bad
short legs. You ever
choice.
seen gorillas? They got short legs. Got long arms, but I'm not sold on the gorilla.
They can be both quadro and bipedal.
They're also lazy. Gorillas are lazy. They sit around a lot. They're not.
See, but if
They
you
don't have good
properly
endurance.
train it, give a gorilla some pre-workout.
Listen, you want to see a stiff arm? That elephant throwing that stiff arm trunk out there, that stiff trunk,
That stiff trunk.
how are you going to defend the stiff trunk?
Oh, I just went somewhere else with that.
Gosh, always going in the gutter.
So yeah, that does it for No Dumb Questions. Just two dumb people talking about it. No Dumb Questions is brought to you by our friends at NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your money, check out our friends at NerdWallet. And if you want someone to answer your not dumb football questions, maybe about elephants playing football, just ask us.
Yeah.
All right.
The other positive about an elephant, I just thought about, elephants always remember. They never forget. Good
But they're
luck
also-
fooling that thing.
They're also scared of mice.
Maybe you should have picked a mouse then. That would have been probably the best way to counter that.